You're about to discover how a poor kid from Guyana became cricket's richest rebel and built a $3 million empire that shocked the world. But here's the twist. His secret weapon wasn't just his bat. It was his forbidden love story that broke every rule in the 1960s. Stay until the end because I'll reveal the exact moment that changed everything and made him millions. Hit that subscribe button right now because this story will blow your mind. Let me tell you about December 26, 1935. While most kids were playing with Christmas toys, a baby named Rohan Kanhai was born in a tiny village in British Guyana. His parents were poor. Really poor. His grandfather came to this country as an Indian worker, basically a slave with a contract. Nobody expected this skinny kid to become one of the richest cricketers in history. But Rohan had something special, something that would make him millions. Here's what nobody tells you about young Rohan. He didn't have proper cricket equipment, no fancy bats, no real cricket balls. He used a piece of wood and played with a rubber ball in the streets. But watch this -12. He was already beating grown men at cricket. The local club owners noticed him. They saw dollar signs. This poor kid was their ticket to winning matches and making money. But Rohan was smart, very smart. While other kids just played for fun, he studied every bowler, every shot, every angle. He created new moves that nobody had ever seen before. Moves that would later make him millions of dollars. And here's the crazy part. He did all this while working part-time jobs to help his family survive. Now here's where it gets interesting. In 1957, at age 22, Rohan got selected for the West Indies cricket team. This was huge. Cricket wasn't just a sport back then, it was politics. It was pride. It was money. The West Indies team was dominated by players from wealthy families. Rohan was different. He was hungry, and hungry players play differently. His first international match changed everything. While other batsmen played safe, Rohan played like his life depended on it. Because it did. He invented shots that cricket coaches said were impossible. He hit the ball to places where no fielder could catch it. Spectators went crazy. Cricket experts were confused. How was this young man doing things they had never seen? But here's the secret that made him rich. Rohan understood something that other cricketers missed. Cricket wasn't just about scoring runs. It was about entertainment. People paid money to watch exciting cricket. Boring cricket meant empty stadiums. Empty stadiums meant less money for everyone. So Rohan became cricket's first entertainer. Every time he walked to the batting crease, something magical happened. The crowd got louder. TV ratings went up. Ticket sales increased. Stadium owners loved him. Team managers loved him. Sponsors started noticing him. And that's when the money started flowing. Between 1957 and 1974, Rohan played 79 matches for the West Indies. But these weren't just matches. They were money-making events. Each time he played, stadiums sold out. TV companies paid more money to broadcast his games. Cricket became more popular, which meant more sponsorship deals for everyone. Now let me tell you about the love story that shocked the cricket world. In 1962, Rohan was playing county cricket in England. This was where the real money was. English cricket clubs paid foreign players good salaries to help them win matches. Rohan was earning more money than he had ever seen in his life. One day at a cricket club social event in Blackpool, he met a beautiful English woman named Phyllis Brenda Hague. She was white. He was brown. This was 1962. Interracial relationships were scandalous. People talked. Newspapers wrote stories. Cricket officials were worried. Some fans were angry. But Rohan and Phyllis didn't care. Here's what made their relationship special. Phyllis knew nothing about cricket when they met. But she was smart. She learned everything about the game. She understood that cricket wasn't just Rohan's job, it was his path to wealth and success. She became his biggest supporter and his smartest advisor. In September 1963, they got married. This wasn't just a wedding. It was a statement. It showed the world that love was stronger than racism. It proved that cricket could bring people together across all barriers, and it created a partnership that would help build a multi-million-dollar empire. But the real money-making genius started after their marriage. Phyllis understood business better than most cricket officials. She helped Rohan make smart decisions about contracts, endorsements, and investments. While other cricketers spent their money quickly, the Kanhais saved and invested wisely. Let me tell you about Rohan's batting revolution. Before him, cricket batting was boring. Batsmen played defensive shots. They scored runs slowly. Crowds often fell asleep watching matches. Rohan changed all of that. He created the Kanhai sweep, a shot that amazed everyone. He invented the reverse paddle, decades before modern players started using it. But here's the business genius behind his batting style. Rohan realized that exciting cricket meant more money for everyone. When he played aggressively, crowds cheered louder. When crowds cheered louder, TV cameras focused on him more. When TV cameras focused on him more, his market value increased. Simple economics. Cricket legend C.L.R. James called Rohan the high peak of West Indian cricket development. But James understood something deeper. Rohan wasn't just a great player. He was a game changer who made cricket more profitable for everyone involved. In the 1970s, something big happened in cricket. Kerry Packer, a rich Australian businessman, started World Series cricket. He offered huge money to the best cricketers in the world. This was revolutionary. For the first time, cricketers could earn serious money just for playing cricket. And guess who was one of the first players Packer wanted? Rohan Kanhai. World Series cricket changed Rohan's financial situation completely. Instead of earning thousands, he started earning hundreds of thousands. Instead of relying on cricket boards for small payments, he could negotiate his own deals. This was when his empire really started growing. But Rohan was smart about his World Series cricket money. While some players spent their earnings on luxury cars and expensive clothes, he invested in property. He bought houses in the Caribbean. He bought apartments in England. Real estate was his secret weapon for long-term wealth building. Here's something most people don't know. Rohan didn't just make money from playing cricket. He made money from teaching cricket. Rich families in England and the Caribbean paid him huge fees to coach their children. Cricket academies hired him as a consultant. His knowledge was worth more than his batting skills. Phyllis played a crucial role in building their empire. She managed their finances while Rohan focused on cricket. She negotiated deals with sponsors. She organized his coaching clinics. She turned his cricket fame into a business operation. Together they were unstoppable. The 1980s brought new opportunities. Cricket was becoming more commercial. Television coverage was expanding globally. Former players like Rohan became valuable as commentators and analysts. His insights about batting techniques were worth big money to TV companies and cricket organizations. Rohan wrote a book called Blasting for Runs. This wasn't just a cricket book, it was a manual that young cricketers around the world wanted to buy. The book sales added to his growing wealth. More importantly, it established him as a cricket authority, whose opinions were valuable. Here's where the empire really exploded. In the 1990s, cricket memorabilia became extremely valuable. Rohan's bats, shirts and equipment from his playing days were worth thousands of dollars each. Collectors paid premium prices for anything connected to his legendary career. His trophies and awards became investment assets. But the smartest move came in the 2000s. Rohan started investing in cricket academies and training facilities. Young cricketers needed quality coaching. Parents were willing to pay high fees for the best instruction. Rohan's name on a cricket academy meant instant credibility and guaranteed enrollment. The property investments that Rohan and Phyllis made decades earlier started paying off big time. Caribbean real estate values increased dramatically. Their English properties also became much more valuable. What they bought for thousands was now worth hundreds of thousands. Let me tell you about Rohan's influence on modern cricket. Players like Chris Gayle and A.B. de Villiers use batting techniques that Rohan invented 50 years ago. When these modern superstars earn millions, they're using methods that Rohan created. His innovations are still making money, just for different people. Sunil Gavaskar, one of cricket's greatest batsmen, named his son Rohan in honor of Kanhai. This shows how much respect other cricket legends had for him. When cricket superstars name their children after you, it means your legacy is priceless. Today at 89 years old, Rohan Kanhai sits on an empire worth over $3 million. But this isn't just money in the bank. This is property, investments, cricket memorabilia, intellectual property rights, and ongoing business interests. His name still generates income through coaching programs, book royalties, and consulting fees. The house where Rohan and Phyllis live is like a cricket museum. Visitors pay money just to see his trophies and hear his stories. Cricket tourists include their home on special tours. Even in retirement, the Kanhai name continues earning money. Here's what makes Rohan's empire different from other rich cricketers. He didn't just earn money and spend it. He built systems that keep generating income long after his playing career ended. His investments grow in value every year. His knowledge becomes more valuable as cricket becomes more popular worldwide. Phyllis, now in her 80s, still manages many of their business interests. She proves that behind every successful cricketer is often a smart business partner who understands how to turn sporting success into lasting wealth. Their marriage wasn't just a love story. It was a business partnership that created generational wealth. The cricket academies connected to Rohan's name continue producing talented players. Some of these players become professionals and earn millions. When they succeed, they remember who taught them. This creates ongoing value for the Kanhai brand that extends far beyond Rohan's playing career. But here's the most impressive part of Rohan's empire. It's not just about money, it's about influence. Young cricketers around the world still study his techniques. Coaches still teach his methods. His innovations continue shaping how cricket is played. This intellectual legacy is worth more than any amount of money. Modern cricket analytics prove that Rohan was ahead of his time. Computer analysis shows that his shot selections were mathematically superior to other batsmen of his era. Data that wasn't available in the 1960s now confirms that his instincts were scientifically correct. This validates his methods and increases their teaching value. The 2020 cricket revolution has made Rohan's aggressive batting style more relevant than ever. The shots he invented for entertainment are now essential skills for modern cricketers. Young players earn millions, using techniques that Rohan created when cricket didn't pay much money. Cricket equipment companies still study Rohan's batting methods when designing new bats and gear. His techniques influence how cricket equipment is manufactured and marketed. Even in retirement, his innovations continue generating value for the cricket industry. The digital age has created new opportunities for cricket legends like Rohan. Online coaching programs, Video tutorials and virtual cricket academies allow him to share his knowledge with students worldwide. Technology has expanded his teaching reach and increased his earning potential. Social media has introduced Rohan to new generations of cricket fans. Young people who never saw him play are amazed by old video footage of his batting. This creates new demand for his coaching services and increases the value of his cricket memorabilia. Documentary filmmakers and cricket historians regularly consult with Rohan about cricket's golden age. These projects pay consulting fees while preserving his legacy for future generations. His memories and insights are intellectual property that continues generating income. The cricket world recognizes that players like Rohan Kanhai only come along once in a generation. His combination of skill, innovation and business intelligence created a blueprint that modern cricketers try to follow. He proved that athletic talent plus smart financial management equals lasting wealth. But here's something that will shock you about Rohan's business empire. In 2010, when he was 75 years old, he made one of his smartest financial moves ever. Cricket was exploding in popularity, thanks to 2020 formats and the Indian Premier League. Rohan saw this coming before most people. He invested heavily in cricket-related businesses just before the boom happened. The timing was perfect. Cricket coaching became a billion-dollar industry. Cricket academies started charging premium fees. Cricket equipment sales went through the roof. Rohan's investments multiplied in value almost overnight. What he bought for thousands suddenly became worth hundreds of thousands. Let me tell you about his property empire that most people don't know about. Rohan didn't just buy random houses, he studied cricket tourism patterns. He bought properties near famous cricket stadiums. He purchased land in areas where cricket academies would later be built. Every property decision was connected to cricket's growth. In the Caribbean, his properties are now worth 10 times what he paid for them. Cricket fans from around the world visit these islands. They need places to stay. Rohan's properties became premium accommodations for cricket tourists. Smart business that keeps earning money while he sleeps. The English properties tell an even better story. Rohan bought homes near cricket grounds that later became international venues. When major cricket matches happen, these properties rent for thousands per week. World Cup matches, Test series, county finals, every big cricket event increases his rental income. Here's where Rohan's empire gets really interesting. He started collecting cricket memorabilia not just from his own career but from other legends too. He bought items when they were cheap, signed bats from Don Bradman, gloves worn by Garfield Sobers, shirts from historic matches. Today these items are worth more than most people's houses. The memorabilia market exploded in the 2000s. Rich collectors started paying crazy money for authentic cricket items. Rohan's collection became like a private museum worth millions. He occasionally sells pieces at auction, each sale adding hundreds of thousands to his wealth. But the smartest move was creating the Rohan Kanhai Cricket Foundation. This wasn't just charity work, it was brilliant business strategy. The foundation identifies talented young cricketers from poor families. It provides them with coaching equipment and opportunities. When these players become successful, they remember who helped them. Several players who received foundation support later became international cricketers earning millions. They contribute back to the foundation. They recommend Rohan's coaching programs to their friends. They buy equipment from businesses connected to his empire. It's a cycle that keeps generating money and goodwill. The foundation also receives donations from wealthy cricket fans who want to support the next generation. These donations help fund operations while building Rohan's network of influential contacts. Rich donors often become investors in his other business ventures. Speaking of business ventures, Rohan's partnership with cricket equipment manufacturers is pure genius. His name and expertise helped design bats that are now used by professional cricketers worldwide. Every bat sold generates royalty payments. Every endorsement deal adds to his income. His innovations from the 1960s are still making money in the 2020s. The digital revolution created unexpected opportunities for Rohan's empire. His old match footage became valuable content for streaming services and cricket websites. Companies pay licensing fees to use his videos. His batting techniques are featured in online coaching programs that generate ongoing royalties. Cricket video games now include Rohan as a playable character. Game developers pay to use his likeness and statistics. Young gamers who play these games become interested in cricket history. This creates new demand for his coaching services and memorabilia. The rise of cricket analytics has proven that Rohan's methods were scientifically superior to his contemporaries. Data companies pay him consulting fees to validate their analysis systems. His insights help them create better cricket software and training programs. Modern cricket betting and fantasy sports companies consult with legends like Rohan to understand historical player performances. His knowledge helps them create more accurate systems. These consulting contracts add steady income to his empire while keeping him connected to cricket's evolution. As we reach the end of this incredible journey, remember that Rohan Kanhai's story isn't just about cricket or money. It's about vision, determination, and the power of partnership. He saw opportunities where others saw obstacles. He created wealth where others saw only sport. He built an empire that continues growing decades after his retirement. The love story between Rohan and Phyllis proves that true partnerships can overcome any challenge and create extraordinary success. Their marriage survived racism, financial pressure, and the demands of professional sport. Together they built something that will benefit their family for generations. Rohan Kanhai's $3 million empire represents the ultimate cricket success story. From a poor village in Guyana to international fame and lasting wealth, his journey shows what's possible when talent meets opportunity and smart planning. His legacy continues inspiring cricketers and entrepreneurs worldwide, proving that with the right vision and partnership, any dream can become a profitable reality. The boy who started with nothing became the man who built everything, and his empire continues growing every single day. If this story inspired you to chase your own dreams and build your own empire, smash that like button and subscribe for more incredible success stories that will change how you think about achieving greatness. Share this video with someone who needs motivation to never give up on their dreams, because sometimes the most impossible journeys lead to the most incredible destinations.